Well, she's ready to go for paint. Gotta fix the hood a little bit. No big deal. The bumper, I completely stripped it because all the pieces are gonna be painted separate. I did make a custom hood vent just because it's raining and I don't want it to get wet under the hood. So I will be strapping the hood because I don't have the latch yet once I disconnect the battery. One last thing I'm gonna do is remove the mirrors, I believe, and that'll be it. All the gaps are not really set because they are gonna remove the fenders and the hood and the bumper when they're fixing it and painting it. So at this point, I'm gonna remove the mirrors, load her up on the trailer, and take it to paint. See you next week. So it's only been about a week, maybe 10 days, and the Shelby has been painted and it's ready for pickup. So I've got the trailer hooked up. I'm gonna go pick it up. We're gonna see what the paint job looks like. I'm excited because after this, it's assembly time and then an official test drive. So we know it runs and drives, but it has no brakes right now, and you know, it's not fully assembled. So once it's fully assembled, we're actually gonna test it out and make sure it's all good, and that's it. So back at Roman's Custom Garage here, where the Shelby spent about a week here getting everything fixed and painted, and the bumper's actually inside. I'm not gonna put that on until I get this thing off the trailer when I'm back in town, but so basically the whole front clip was painted and it was blended on the doors, and it came out amazing. If you don't know where Roman's Custom Garage is, just type it in on Google and you'll find it. It's the best prices, best quality, and best match. Like, you can't even tell this thing was painted. I can see my reflection. It's great. So check them out. If you ever need some paint, bring it here. They'll get you taken care of. Battery is weak, but this thing started with the little booster box. Alright, let's see if we can unload it without wrecking it. It's got no brakes. Gotta pump the brakes like crazy. Shiny. Well, she's back and she's ready for assembly. Got most of the parts here and some are still coming today. All I gotta do is assemble everything. I actually did pick up another bumper cover, which is complete because we were missing that bottom Shelby lip. So at this point, we just gotta assemble it and that'll be ready for a test drive. It's gonna look like that. Huge thanks to Jared at Lethal Performance for hooking me up with this OEM hood vent for the Shelby GT500. That was one of the pieces I couldn't find that didn't cost $1 million. Jared came through and hooked me up, shipped over here in like a day or two with some stickers and some koozies, so I'll have my drinks nice and cool. So now I pretty much have everything to assemble this thing. There's a few more small pieces coming from the dealership today or tomorrow, including that cooler over there. So once that cooler comes in, I can actually wrap all this up, clean it up real nice, and assemble everything. This thing is gonna look fresh. I even ordered a new wheel because this one is not only curved, but it's actually bent as well. So got another wheel, gonna bleed the brakes and assemble everything, and it'll be ready for a test drive. Check out Lethal Performance for anything you need. They got everything from exhaust to suspension to anything you need. Whirlpool superchargers, they keep most of the stuff in stock, so they ship it out quick. Like this was here in like a day or two. So huge thanks to Jared once again. This will actually speed up the process because this was one of the pieces that I was missing and couldn't find one that didn't cost $1 million. So huge thanks, Jared. I'll see you later. All right, welcome back to the GT500 build. Finally, I think I have the rest of the parts to complete this assembly here. The car came back from paint a few days ago, but I was waiting on these parts. This doesn't look like much. There's like 4 boxes here. There's a few parts there, but this is like $2 grand right here. So everything is starting to add up quick, but hopefully this is the last time I'm having to order any parts for this build. So it's just assembly time from here, and I'm gonna get the bumper out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the boxes, make sure I have all the parts that I need, and then I'll put the vehicle back on the lift, remove that wheel. I do have a new wheel here that came in. I'll just swap over the tire because the wheel is bent, not only curved, but it's actually bent as well, so that's nice. And while I have the wheel off, I'm going to remove the other wheel off, and I'm going to bleed the whole brake system, because worst thing to do is loading this thing on the trailer and off the trailer with no brakes. That was sketchy. But let's open up these boxes and see what's up. Alright, we'll start with this box here. See what we got. Okay, this looks like the cooler bracket. This is the engine piece below the fuel rail. So far so good. This is the supercharger reservoir thing. Very nice. Okay, this is what I was looking for. This little tiny cooler here. $1 million cooler. Little cooler, but an expensive one. Looks like a brake, booster hose, heater core line. Fuel rail, foam, insulation goes right there. Another vacuum line, hood latch cable. And like I'm still missing some stuff, but it's all right. The front is coming together really nice. We got some of the hoses installed up here, and I have the coolant lines. I have the reservoir which bolts onto the strut tower, or whatever it's called. Everything here is connected. I think I'm ready to put the airbox in, but I'm gonna hold off because it should be the last thing I do over here, even though I think it's ready. One thing I don't know is, pretty sure this doesn't come original on the GT500s. This is like a Ford Performance upgrade, so I don't know what this hose is for. I wonder if it just gets plugged, because there's really no more places to connect into. This one will connect into the air box right here, and then this vacuum line also in the air tube. So I am still missing the evap purge valve. That's what I'm missing there. But everything else is looking good. I think I'm ready to put this cooler in, but I realized I am missing a bracket still for the bottom. Just like on this engine oil cooler here, there's a bottom bracket, and I'm missing that. But that's not gonna stop me from installing that, because it'll go later on the bottom. So it looks to me like it would go something like this. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this to Discount Tire and get this tire remounted to the new wheel. And then I want to get this done before they close. Still gotta take this wheel off and bleed the brakes all around. I think that's gonna be the safest thing to do, just to make sure they're all air free. So it's looking good. I've just got a little bit to assemble in here. I'm not sure if I'm still missing something right here for the air intake for the cab air, but I've got the battery tray, and there's a metal shield that goes right here, so that can get assembled when I get back. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put the intake in. I think that this all is connected properly, and I can go ahead and set the intake in just to see how this hose routes for the supercharger reservoir. And I need to pick up some coolant and a little bit more oil, because I think I'm still a quart low in the engine. So today we might be able to actually idle it and get it up to temp, make sure there's no leaks, may even take it on a short drive. We'll see. That'll go there, there. It's looking good. Well, that's going to be pretty much all the time and energy I have for today, and also missing the shroud for this cooler here. I think it's the same part number. It's a two-piece thing. Gotta get that. Gotta repair this wire for the turn signals. I'm pretty sure I ran that over at some point, putting it on the trailer or off the trailer. I don't know. It was dangling. So I do have a complete harness, so I can just take the connector, put some terminals on it. Easy fix. The coolant's been topped off. Transmission's been filled to the proper level. As you can see, the strut tower is back in, and I actually don't have to use a piece of wood to pry the hood. I've got that taken care of. So there's not much left, but the little things will take time, like adjusting the gaps. I still gotta possibly remove the fenders completely, remove the hood, and then realign everything, because I do not like the gaps. The gaps are not flawless. Like this hood's gonna have to come up here, and just little things like that. This fender's gotta go in. None of it's completely bolted, so it's no big deal, but I've got the latch working. I can't close the hood just yet because I don't have the cable ran. Totally forgot about that. So tomorrow, bumper assembly, headlights, just kind of put it all together and possibly take it on the first drive. So that's gonna be in the next video. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Later. I'll actually do a quick start once again, since everything is plugged in, before the video's over. I did bleed the brakes and they feel much better. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, the brakes are working flawless. Still got tons of lights on, but that's not a problem.